Here's your WNEM TV5 news update.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm Blake Keller. Here's a look at the top stories we are following today. Midland County Sheriff Myron Green warning people someone is posing as one of his deputies over the phone. The sheriff's office received several complaints about those phone calls. A scammer targeting seniors, demanding money for missing jury duty in Bay County. Sheriff Green says law enforcement agencies or the IRS will not demand money over the phone for any reason. If you get a call, he says, just hang it up. Call 911 or your local sheriff's office or law enforcement agency to report it. 2 people were injured after an apartment fire in Bay City. The Department of Public Safety says Sunday morning, first responders were called to the Pine Towers complex on South Walnut Street near Jane for a fire on the 9th floor of the building. Crews found 2 victims, one who was burned, another suffering from smoke inhalation. Both were hospitalized. The fire was contained to the apartment and was extinguished. The cause, though, is under investigation. And a new but familiar face set to represent the residents of Saginaw soon, as an empty spot on the Saginaw City Council has now been filled. Former Saginaw City Council member Bill Ostash was appointed by the council Monday night. He was first elected to the council in 2018, the first openly gay person to hold that position. He now fills the seat vacated with the resignation of Autumn Scherzer, whom he lost to this past November. That vote was 5-3 in favor of Ostash over nonprofit organizer Danita Dorsey. All right, here's Kyle is checking out your forecast.
Thanks, Blake. Good morning, everybody. It's been a little bit of a cooler start for you, and we will have some more of that cooler temperature like weather to go as we continue on throughout the day. But again, those low to mid 20s is what we've been dealing with so far this morning. A few of those flurries out there as well. We should stay mostly cloudy though as we head into the afternoon, with temperatures getting up into those low 30s. As we head into the overnight hours, this is probably our biggest story within the next 48-hour block here, as those temperatures getting down into the teens overnight tonight. So we should be starting out pretty chilly for tomorrow morning, but then eventually we will find ourselves back into those mid to upper 20s as we get into tomorrow afternoon. So this is the short range hour by hour, if you will. On the long range hour by hour, it's far more active. We've got a very strong storm system that's set to move into portions of the Great Lakes, and we could have the mix between some rain and snow at times at the start of this event as we get into late Thursday night, early Friday. Eventually, though, it does look like we should become all snow for us, and we'll also have the cold and the wind along with this as well. So it's going to be very active for us as we get into the weekend. This storm system is why we have first alert weather days currently in effect for both Friday and Saturday. We should have the mix between that rain and snow as we get into Friday and eventually becoming all snow. And then we'll also add in that wind there, so we'll have the blowing snow and that cold as well as we get into Saturday. And now those accumulations, it does look like right now we've got some areas with a decent shot of picking up potentially 6 inches or more, but exactly who, we're still working on ironing out those details, and we'll have more for you as we move closer. But we could have some of that heavy snow at times, potentially blizzard-like conditions because of that wind and those wind chills down below zero. So that's why we have those days in effect for us. And again, those are Friday and Saturday. So it's a pretty quiet start to the 7-day. Once we get into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, things get active for us. A few of those scattered snow showers for Christmas morning. And then we do look like we should be able to dry out a little bit into Monday. But also look at those temperatures there at the start of this storm system into those low 30s for us. But by the time this thing moves out of the Great Lakes, as we get into the start of this work week, temperatures lucky to hit the 20 mark.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.